the Black Menaces, a group of students at BYU with a popular TikTok account aimed at showing people the experiences that marginalized communities face at predominantly white institutions and racism within the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I sat down with the members today and they talked about why they're doing this and how. This is Rachel, Kylie, Kanethia, Nate, and Sebastian, the 5 who make up the Black Menaces. They're all from different backgrounds, but they do have a couple things in common. They're all Black and Mormon and attending BYU.
February 8th was when we dropped our first video, and that was the day that it started. Sebastian, who's not here, actually created the TikTok account.
They created their account in response to insensitive comments made by BYU professor and LDS church leader Brad Wilcox about women and the former priesthood and temple ban for Black members. While Wilcox has since issued a public apology, they believe it didn't go far enough.
We kind of asked for another apology, and specifically to the Black community. He was able to get an apology out within a couple hours when the video first surfaced, but when we asked for something a little more specific, which we felt would address the issue better, he was very quick to push that off on someone else and, kind of act like he had no power in that situation.
Also in that private conversation, Wilcox apparently made it known he wants to be a part of the solution, and the Black Menaces made sure to make it apparent they don't believe he is the root problem, but an extension of racist issues with a long history in the LDS Church, issues that have a large impact on them and other Black members.
It just confirmed kind of what I've already felt as a Black member. It made me feel like on an institutional level that the church actually is not doing anything to root out racism. It made me feel as though a lot of the times these are just words that people say and there's actually no real action behind it.
So we kind of found that to be a pattern, is that BYU administrators are very willing to have discussions, but when it comes to actually action and getting things done, there's a lot of hesitancy.
In 1852, Church President Brigham Young announced publicly that Black men were no longer ordained to hold the priesthood, a rule that was not reversed until 1978.
I think it was a racist policy.
The isolated feeling they felt in their own lives serves as inspiration for their TikTok and the controversial questions they ask, as they hope to raise awareness and facilitate difficult conversations between marginalized communities and those in the majority demographic.
Most minority groups on campus are being discriminated against. They're suffering here on campus, and we're just bringing awareness that BYU is mostly white people, straight white people, and the people that are different from them automatically are suffering or feel lonely. And we're not the only community on campus that's struggling.
It's anyone who doesn't fall into that box that we all know that's pretty stereotypical of the Intermountain West LDS culture.
Most groups that are popular on social media for promoting social justice issues receive both large amounts of praise and criticism. But Nate says,
So we haven't received any response from the university. There hasn't been anything from them. As far as the response we've gotten on campus, I feel like the overwhelming majority of people that we've heard from have been supportive of what we're doing.
have you ever had backlash from people being like, oh, if you don't like BYU or you're not happy about it, why did you come here? And what would you guys say in response to those people?
My response is always, don't you want to be a part of the solution to help all members of the church to have a good experience at BYU, right? And it's not so easy as just up and leaving a university you've been enrolled in for 2 years.
As for whether or not they'll be creating TikToks at other schools in the state and region, they said,
We definitely do. We're just trying to finish the semester out first.
Right.
They also have long-term goals for the community, both local and virtual.
So I hope that we're able to facilitate some type of community where people can meet up and get to know each other, because it's hard in Provo, it's hard in Utah if you don't fit that stereotypical box, and you need that support system of people that are like-minded like you. And I hope that we can help people to find people like that who can keep them safe and help them to feel loved and supported.
And a lot of people have reached out I'm thinking about doing this myself, because this is a problem we've had at my school, but nobody ever talks about it. And so it is becoming somewhat of a movement, because people are starting to bring awareness to what it's like being a minority of PWI.
The Black Menaces hope that their TikTok account inspires others across the nation to do similar things and join what they are calling a movement. They also hope that church leaders see the things they're working on and implement top-down effects. In Provo, Darienne DeBrule,